Hola todos, chicos!
Hey! What's going on, you guys?
What's going
on, you guys?
G'day, guys. What's going on? G'day. G'day, all
Hola,
you beautiful. Hola todos, chicos.
Hola a todos. El estilo, yo soy Tania.
Damn.
And what are we doing today?
That makes
¿Qué
me...
vamos a hacer hoy?
Oh, keep speaking Spanish, darling. Keep doing it.
Okay, I don't want...
Ah. Hey, let me get some strawberries, right? And speak Spanish to me, not be just... Guys, what's going on? My name is Dylan and this is Tanya. Today we're reacting to another WWE video. This one is 10 days that changed WWE forever. Looking forward to this very much, guys, because there was a thumbnail that was pretty sad. So yeah, anyway guys, drop a big thumbs up on this video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Just bang, bang, bang. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's get it.
Vamos!
Vamos!
Vamos! That's how you say it. Vamos!
Vamos!
Vamos.
A lot can happen in 10
How many
days.
Swedish
If you're
chocolate?
you can create 1.5 worlds. If you're your parents, you can
German.
probably just about work out how to change a duvet cover. And if you're psychotic, you can listen to the album Rocks America by Sgt. Slaughter and Camouflage nearly 354 times. In the history of world wrestling entertainment, the following 10 different days changed the company in sometimes shocking, sometimes joyous, and sometimes tragic ways. Honourable mentions: Vince signing Hulk Hogan on December 27th, 1983, the first episode of Monday Night Raw on January 11th, 1993,
Oh yeah,
and
I've got to react to
WWF
that.
being legally forced to change to WWE after tapping out to a panda on July 31st, 2002. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com and here are 10 days that changed WWE forever. Number 10, July 14th, 1984. WWE is built on a broken agreement between Vince and his father. Little Vince promised Big Vince that he wouldn't expand the company, WWF at that point, beyond their Northeast territory. To properly go into the whole territory system would take a video in itself, but rest assured, Naughty Vince expanded, buying up smaller promotions and assimilating their talent like a muscly Borg. July 14th, 1984, known as Black Saturday in the wrestling biz, when Vince bought out control of Georgia Championship Wrestling, and with it, its nationwide cable TV program on TBS. By owning that program, Vince briefly owned all nationwide coverage of wrestling in America. The program was called World Championship Wrestling. Yup, Vince briefly owned WCW, and he bought it against TBS owner Ted Turner's explicit wishes. When the deal turned unprofitable, Vince sold Georgia Championship Wrestling off, which via several other deals later slowly morphed to become the WCW company that was bought by vengeful Ted Turner in 1988. On Black Saturday, the seeds of the Monday Night Wars had been planted. Number 9, March 31st, 1985, the date of the very first WrestleMania. 2 years earlier, the National Wrestling Alliance, aka the band of promotions that Vince hadn't yet put out of business in his early 80s expansion, put on a supercard called Starrcade, heavily publicized, featuring major feuds and broadcast on closed-circuit television via satellite. It was the beginning of what was soon to become the pay-per-view system, and Vince thought, yeah, no, I'll do that. Except while Starrcade was built around the wrestling that McMahon disliked, WrestleMania was built around celebrities like Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper and huge production values. If it had failed, it would likely have bankrupted Vince, but the gamble paid off, with WrestleMania being seen by over 1 million people on closed circuit, establishing WWF as the mainstream of professional wrestling. Number 8, November 18th, 1993. The 80s boom was the best time for wrestling. WrestleMania 3 had been a phenomenon, and Big Vince's grapefruits were feeling pretty bulgy, you guys. Then came the early 90s and a swift, hard kick to those fruits. Vince was indicted in November of 1993 with multiple charges involving the distribution of steroids to his wrestlers, while Vince would later be acquitted in the famous steroids trial of 1994. Is that a designer neck brace, Vince? The PR was crushing. Vince was presented in the mainstream press as essentially a drug dealer, and the reputation of wrestling was dragged through the dirt, presenting them all as dangerous, roided up juice heads. You could say that WWE's public image has never fully recovered from the steroid scandal. Number 7, September 4th, 1995. Well, this is what happens when you piss off billionaire Ted. In 1988, Mr. TBS, the Long Island Teddy T, bought the conglomeration of Southern Territories that had been assembled by a man called Jim Crockett, now going by World Championship Wrestling. But it was in 1995 that he decided to take the fight to Vince directly. 2 channels, 1 time slot. Raw for WWF, and for WCW, Monday Nitro. The first episode aired on September 4th, 1995 from the Mall of America, and things got personal straight away, with former WWF star Lex Luger surprising everyone by walking in on Nitro's first ever main event. Big Ted had a fatter checkbook and could lure away Vince's versus big boys with big bucks, Lex Luger being the first of the Monday Night Wars, which would push WWF to the brink of financial collapse. Number 6, November 9th, 1997, the Montreal Screwjob, the night that Vince screwed Brett if you ask most people, or that Brett screwed Brett if you ask Vince. Look, we've explained the Montreal Screwjob enough. If you don't know what it is, walk away right now. What's so monumental are the consequences. See, prior to this, WWF was having its ass systematically kicked in the ratings by WCW thanks to that whole NWO thing. Now, WWF had the right hero in the form of renegade babyface Steve Austin, but it needed the right villain. Step right up, Winston Vincent. The huge fan backlash created by the Screwjob took Vince McMahon from his role as commentator, outed him as owner of the company, and forced him in front of the camera where fans told him what they thought of him was giant shit. They went with it, and Vinnie Mac became possibly the most important heel of all time, his feud with Stone Cold finally pushing WWF above WCW in the ratings. Number 5, March 23rd, 2001. WWF bought WCW. I bought my competition, said Vince. After seeing its fan base wither after years of toxic booking, WCW was bought on the damn cheap by Vince McMahon, including its video library, all brands, and 24 contracts. And so the Monday Night Wars came to an end, and there hasn't been a viable threat to the genetic jackhammer ever since. 3 days later was the last episode of Monday Nitro. Vince McMahon shocked the world by appearing on WCW television for the first time. And to really rub that salt in, the last episode of the company that first created Starrcade was used to further a WrestleMania angle between Vince and his son Shane. Ouch. Number 4, November 13th, 2005. Cut forward 4 years to the tragic death of Eddie Guerrero from heart failure at just 38. Eddie was the latest of a long lineage of wrestlers dying young, and the media leapt all over it. The media claimed that the wrestling industry's dependency on big bodies and hard bumps led to steroid abuse, pain pill addiction, and other drug use, some of which had indeed contributed to Guerrero's death. In the wake of Eddie's passing, Vince introduced the wellness policy, a 3 strikes and you're out system of policing what substances WWE superstars took. PR move or not, the increased focus on healthcare was a great improvement industry-wide, surely preventing a lot of permanent damage to wrestlers' lives. But for one man, it will be too little, too late. Number 3, June 24th, 2007. On this fateful day, Chris Benoit killed his wife, his son, and himself. It's one of the darkest days in the history of professional wrestling, and it had some fairly drastic consequences. A scan of Benoit's brain revealed that it was in catastrophically bad shape, mangled by countless concussions. Once again, Vince, to his credit, stepped up, took responsibility, and initiated change. Concussion tests became rigorous, the amount of offense that targeted the head was reduced, and the chief offenders of causing concussions like chair shots to the head became banned. It's a deep and upsetting irony that by dying, Guerrero and Benoit made the wrestling world a lot safer in the long term. Number 2, July 22nd, 2008, a day that will live in infamy, the day that WWE was deemed PG by its network distributors. After the death of Chris Benoit and with Linda McMahon prepping a Senate run, Vince decided that WWE needed to drastically improve its image and become family friendly. Gone were the bikini contests, gone was the intentional blood, gone was the cursing, and gone was a lot, and I mean a lot, of the fans' patience. Bring back TV 14, screamed the horde, breath heavy with that weird cheesy smell. Nope, responded WWE, and the PG era has lasted ever since, though rumours are ever brewing about WWE embracing edgier content like blood packs recently. Is the PG era nearly over? Probably not. And number 1, February 24th, 2014, the launch of the WWE Network. Well, this has had all sorts of drastic consequences. It's a long-term strategy, which is good, because short-term, all f***ing hell broke loose because it all but killed off their pay-per-view business. Stock went down, wrestlers were up in arms about their pay-per-view bonuses being in jeopardy, the pay-per-view providers naturally went super crazy, and subscribers didn't climb nearly as quickly as once predicted. But it also means, Jesus Christ, all of the pay-per-views in one place. A vector for brand new styles of WWE programming, and lest we forget, NXT. With subscribers climbing, WWE seems to have pulled it off, but it's perhaps the biggest gamble they've taken since introducing WrestleMania, which, by the way, is now free to new subscribers this year, which is utterly mental. And if the network still ends up failing, Vince and Co will adapt. If nothing else, these 10 incredible days prove that. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about...
Yes, you took my money, WWE. You took my money. You took my money and you gave me that at Royal Rumble. It's disgusting. I want my $9.95 back. You took my money. Anyway, guys, that being said, that being said, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, drop a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And until next time, both Tanya and I will speak to every single one of you beautiful people later. Goodbye. Cracky.